What if I told you that one mistake could cost you her love and her respect forever? A breakup is painful. The emotions, confusion, and desperate urge to reach out are natural. But what you do next will determine everything. Will she see you as weak, desperate, and easy to forget? Or will she look back and realize she underestimated you? You might feel lost right now, but this isn't the end. This moment is your greatest opportunity. Because true respect isn't given, it's earned. And it starts with understanding the one thing you must never do after a breakup. Pain can break you, or it can build you. The choice is yours. You're at a crossroads. Stay stuck in the past or rise above it. Which path will you take? If you're ready to reclaim your power, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. I control my actions, not my emotions. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The man who lost himself in love. She was everything, or at least, that's what you told yourself. She was the center of your world, the gravity that held you in place. And then, she left. The weight of her absence crushed you, suffocating and relentless. Every memory, every conversation, every tiny detail replayed in your mind like a broken record, each moment another wound you couldn't stop touching. You searched for answers, dissecting every interaction, wondering where you failed and how you could have stopped this from happening. You convinced yourself that if only you had done something differently, said something, been stronger, been softer, she would have stayed. And so you let your mind imprison you in an endless cycle of guilt, regret, and longing. You tried no contact, but instead of liberating yourself, you simply sat silently, waiting, hoping. But here's the truth. You didn't lose her. She lost you. Your pain isn't love. It's attachment. The Stoics teach us that suffering does not come from events, but our perception of them. And right now, your perception is poisoned by the false belief that she was essential and completed you. But think, did she leave because you became worthless, or did she leave because she believed something better awaited her? The answer is painful, but so is your freedom. Her leaving was never about your value, it was about her choices. Your mind, desperate for comfort, whispers lies. It tells you that she would still be here if you had just done things differently. But that is the deception of a grieving heart. She didn't walk away because you weren't good enough. She walked away because she wanted to. She made a gamble on the world, someone else, and herself. And now she must live with that choice. The Stoics remind us that everything changes, everything fades. Nothing truly belongs to us, not even the people we love. So why let her absence define you? Why chain yourself to a moment in time when life moves forward regardless? She laughed. But your story isn't over. This is where it truly begins. While she searches for something better, you become better, not for her, but for yourself. Now, comment below. I choose growth over grief. Number 2. The truth about no contact. You heard it everywhere. No contact is the key, the ultimate strategy to get her back. If you just stay silent, she'll start to miss you. If you ignore her, she'll come running back. And so you play the game. You delete her number, avoid her social media, and force yourself not to reach out. But deep down, you're still waiting, hoping. You think that if you can endure the silence long enough, she'll realize her mistake and return. But that's the lie you tell yourself. No contact is not a waiting game. It's a transformation. Most men get this wrong. They treat no contact as a temporary tactic, a calculated move to trigger her regret. But if all you do is wait, check your phone every hour, and wonder when she'll cave, you've already lost. Because you are still attached. Attachment is a weakness. The truth is, no contact only works if it leads to real, irreversible change. If she texts you after a few weeks and you respond with excitement, she will instantly know her decision to leave was the right one. She still controls your emotions, and once she senses that, you're done. The real power isn't in silence, it's in indifference. No contact isn't about making her miss you. It's about you becoming someone who doesn't care whether she misses you. It's about breaking free rewiring your mind, and stepping into a version of yourself that no longer seeks validation from her. If she reaches out, will you answer? Maybe, maybe not. The difference is, it won't matter. She left because she thought she could do better. Let her see what happens when she is wrong. Now, comment below. I embrace indifference. Number 3. The power of indifference. Silence is not enough. A man who stays quiet but still obsesses over her is just as weak as the one who begs for her back. No contact without true emotional detachment is meaningless. It's a performance, not a transformation. Indifference is the real weapon. Right now, she expects that you're still thinking about her. She assumes that even in your silence, you are suffering. Every night you scroll through old messages, replaying memories, wondering if she'll ever return. She believes she still has space in your mind. But when she realizes she doesn't, when she senses that she has become irrelevant, the regret begins. Indifference is not acting like you don't care, it's actually not caring. An indifferent man does not need to prove anything. He does not fake strength because he is strong. He does not need to show her he is happy because he is truly fulfilled. He does not need closure because he has already closed the door. And that is what truly unsettles her. When she sees that you're not just silent but thriving, when she realizes that she has no impact on you anymore, her entire perception shifts. The tables turn. Suddenly she is the one wondering, thinking, questioning. She reaches out, maybe just to check if you're still there. If you warmly respond, she will confirm that her decision to leave was right. But if you respond with nothing, or worse, cold, detached indifference, she begins to feel something new, regret. Not because she lost you, but because you don't care that you lost her. And that is a power she can never control. Now, comment below, I am untouchable. Number 4. The dark side of attraction. People desire what they cannot control. It is human nature. The moment something becomes uncertain, it becomes valuable. And this is where most men fail. When she left, she assumed she had all the power. She believed you would wait and that you would grieve. You would still be there if she ever reached out. Ready, eager, desperate. But what happens when she realizes she was wrong? What happens when she reaches out, expecting the same old you, only to find a man who does not react? A man who no longer looks at her the same way. A man who, instead of needing her presence, is completely indifferent to it. That's when the dynamic shifts. Your detachment strips her of control. She sends a message. You take hours, days, to respond, or maybe you don't respond at all. If you do, it's brief, cold, unmoved. She expected warmth and familiarity, but she got a man who no longer saw her as special. Now, she's the one who feels unbalanced. Her mind begins working against her. Why isn't he affected? Why doesn't he care? Has he found someone else? Did I misjudge him? Attraction is rooted in uncertainty. The more predictable you are, the less valuable you become. But when you become unpredictable and a mystery, you become the one thing she cannot ignore. She thought she had you figured out, but now she doesn't even know who you are anymore. And nothing is more intoxicating than the unknown. Now comment below, I am the mystery. Number 5. The Stoic transformation. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. She left, and for a while that pain consumed you. It dictated your thoughts, your actions, and your self-worth. But now you stand at a crossroads. You can remain trapped in the past, a prisoner to emotions you refuse to control, or you can do what the Stoics have always preached. Use this pain to transform. This is not about her anymore. This is about you, your mind. Discipline your thoughts. Detach from emotions that weaken you. Understand that no external event, no person, no rejection has the power to break you unless you allow it. Your body, strengthen it. Train relentlessly. Every moment of weakness, every wave of longing is a command. Push harder, lift heavier, run faster. Your presence. Confidence does not come from proving yourself to others. It comes from the silent knowledge that you are enough, do not need to chase, that your worth is self-defined. When she looks back and sees the man you have become, she will feel something unexpected, a quiet, growing regret. But by then it won't matter, because by then she will no longer exist in your world. You did not improve for her, you improved for yourself. And now you are untouchable. Now, comment below, I forge myself through fire. Number 6, the silent domination. Power isn't in words. It isn't in proving your worth. It's in silence. The weak man seeks validation. He wants her to notice his success, regret leaving and come crawling back. He flexes on social media hoping she sees. He crafts stories to make himself look better. But in doing so, he exposes his weakness. He still wants her attention. The strong man, the stoic man, moves in silence. You don't need to show off. You don't need to prove anything. Your success speaks for itself. While she is busy wondering if she made the right choice, you are too focused on building your future to even think about her. And that's what truly disturbs her. She expected a reaction. She thought you would fight for her, prove your worth, chase her shadow. Instead, she finds nothing. Silence, absence, a void where her influence used to be. This is where doubt creeps in. Did I misjudge him? Was he always this strong? Did I make a mistake? And it's too late by the time she realizes the truth, that she was never the prize, that she was irreplaceable, because by then you've outgrown her entirely. Your silence isn't just absence, it's dominance. Now, comment below. I speak through my actions. Number 7, the power of mystery. Disappearing completely is easy, but true power lies in something deeper, becoming unpredictable. She thought she had you figured out. She thought she knew how you'd react, how long you'd grieve, how easily she could return if she ever wanted to. But then, you changed. You didn't just vanish. You became something she couldn't define. You're no longer the man she left. Your presence is selectively controlled. You appear where you choose without explanation, without seeking validation. You don't overshare. You don't justify. You exist, but on your own terms. And that is what keeps her up at night. Mystery creates obsession. The less she knows, the more she thinks. The more she wonders, the more she regrets. Is he with someone new? Is he thinking about me? Was I wrong? The moment she starts asking these questions, you've already won. But the truth is, this isn't about winning. Because by now, you don't care. You didn't craft this mystery for her. You did it because you became the man who no longer needs to explain himself. Did she want closure? She'll never get it. Now, comment below, I am the unknown. Number 8, the ultimate test of self-control. She reaches out. Maybe it's a casual message, something meaningless, just to see if you'll respond. Maybe she brings up an inside joke or asks how you've been. She's not saying she regrets leaving. She's not apologizing. She's testing you. And this is where most men fail. They see the message and their emotions surge. Excitement, relief, hope. They think, this is it, she's coming back. They reply too quickly, too eagerly, unknowingly proving exactly what she suspected, that she still has control over them. You are not that man. Your test is simple. Can you remain indifferent? You can respond if you want, or you can ignore it completely, but the key is there is no emotional reaction, no enthusiasm, no relief, no longing. A one-word reply, a delayed response, or pure silence. Whatever your choice, it carries the same message. You are unaffected. And that, more than anything, unsettles her. She expected warmth. She expected familiarity. Instead, she gets a version of you that is distant, detached, and completely beyond her grasp. She feels the rejection, and for the first time she questions everything. She thought she had time. She thought you'd wait. Now she realizes she was wrong. Now, comment below. I control my emotions, no one else does. Number 9. When she no longer matters. There comes a moment when you realize she's irrelevant, not because you tried to forget her, not because you forced yourself to move on, but because somewhere along the way you stopped caring. Her name no longer stirs emotion. Her memory no longer haunts you. You don't feel the need to prove anything, seek closure, or wonder if she regrets her decision. She is simply nothing. And that is the ultimate freedom. You don't need revenge. You don't need her to see your success. You don't need validation from her or anyone else. Your life is full, complete, whole. This is the point where she truly feels the loss, because now she isn't just dealing with your absence, she's dealing with your indifference. She thought she was irreplaceable, but now she sees the truth. She was just another chapter in your story, and you've already moved on to something greater. This is what true strength looks like. Not pretending you don't care, but genuinely reaching a place where she no longer holds weight in your world. And now she is the one left wondering. Now, comment below. I am free. Number 10. Becoming truly untouchable. This is the end of the road, where nothing from the past holds power over you. You are no longer defined by what happened. You don't carry bitterness, resentment, or the need to prove anything. You don't seek revenge, because there's nothing left to avenge. You have become something greater than she ever expected. A man who exists entirely for himself, no longer shaped by the past, no longer look back, no longer needing closure, validation, or recognition. If you don't close the door on her, you remove it entirely, because the past doesn't need to be locked away when it no longer matters. And that is the ultimate victory. Not making her regret, not making her miss you, but becoming a man who doesn't need to look back, because the future is too bright to waste another second on someone who chose to leave. Now, comment below. I am untouchable. You started this journey thinking a breakup was the end. Now you know better. It was a test, a moment to rise, not fall. She didn't take your respect. You lose it the moment you let emotions control your actions. But now you understand. Respect isn't something she gives you. It's something you embody. If you're ready to keep building yourself into the kind of man who commands respect without begging for it, then like this video, subscribe, and comment. I am unshakable. Stay focused. Keep growing, because real power isn't in what you say, it's in who you become.